This short video is one of a series of 4 INFACT talks. It focuses on what is needed for mineral exploration to be acceptable in Europe. This requires a shared vision for a region's development. Our speakers talk about the pitfalls they have experienced in other continents, linked to mineral exploration companies not focusing on their relationships with their stakeholders from the outset, and then what needs to be done to rectify this situation. They talk about how creating a space for deliberative dialogue and understanding can ultimately enable a positive relationship. 2 questions are asked. 1, how would our speakers describe the current relationships they have been exposed to between mining and mineral exploration companies and their stakeholders? And secondly, what can be done to improve these relationships?
A transactional relationship where the mining company and the stakeholders, many of them will be community members, the mining company and the stakeholders engage in an exchange. They explore, what's in it for me? The stakeholders are mostly interested in how can this benefit me?
You can't get your issues addressed by talking to these parties directly through negotiation, etc., or by getting political pressure placed on companies, then you go to more radical means.
Shared vision for where they want to go with their relationship, what they want the future to look like, then they can get out of this give and take transactional type of relationship and avoid all the dangers.
And by starting at the exploration stage, the conversation could potentially be more about things that both mining companies and communities find to be important. Water is a good example. Quality education and well-being, economic growth.
At exploration, we need to really acknowledge this and build the relationships of trust such that communities are empowered to have a say in shaping the strategies for the regional development that may involve mining. In terms of land use, is the land better used for its current purpose than being disturbed and transformed forever?
Although I would argue that if you don't do this right, whilst it may cost you significant amounts of money and take time, and time is money for an exploration team, doing it right, doing it well is an investment because it will buy you the space in which to do your work. And if you don't do it properly, then you run the risk of running into conflict.
It's to find those points of intersection between what society needs and what companies need, and then working collaboratively to address those issues. And I think this is a tremendous opportunity because in building a collaborative partnership to address common issues, you have the potential to establish that social chain of custody, to build trust, and to deliver tangible economic benefit that can be measured and quantified by both the mining company and by the community.
From this web talk, we can conclude that the mineral exploration and mining sector should become more cohesive as an industry with respect to what it can offer and how wider society can benefit from the sector. Points of common interest should be identified from the outset. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and other regional priorities can be a starting point for this conversation. A global consortium in 2016, led by the World Economic Forum, identified the mining sector as having an opportunity to become leading partners in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. How can we build on this?